Women in the UK with ovarian cancer are not being offered testing for 2 genetic mutations as recommended in NHS guidelines. A charity has said. NHS commissioning guidance states all women with a 10% or more chance of having faulty BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes should be offered testing. But charity The Eve Appeal, the UK's gynaecological research charity, said not all the guidelines are being followed. Knowing the BRCA status of a woman with ovarian cancer may guide her treatment choices, and it also provides her relatives with potentially life-saving information. If she is found to carry a mutated gene, family members can then be tested and make cancer risk-reducing decisions. The Eve Appeal carried out a Freedom of Information request in early 2016 to understand how the guidelines are being applied. Early analysis suggests that although some centers are effectively carrying out and tracking BRCA testing according to NHS commissioning published in 2015 and the Cancer Strategy published in May 2016, this is not being adopted consistently throughout England. The Eve Appeal said the request was sent to every NHS-funded genetics centre within England, 22 in total, with nearly half providing data for analysis. Of those genetics centres, 5 centres provided data on ovarian cancer testing alone, whilst 4 provided information that combined breast and ovarian cancer. 3 responded saying they could not provide numbers. Another centre noted they only offered testing based on family history criteria only, while 9 genetic centres did not provide a response to the Freedom of Information request. The findings highlight the fact that not all centers are routinely offering genetic testing to women newly diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and there is currently no robust pathway to support genetic centers in England to separate and log data. Dr. Mark Tishkowitz, consultant clinical geneticist at Cambridge University, said, "There is no doubt that BRCA1/2 gene testing can be helpful for both the woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer and also for her relatives if a mutation is found. However, it remains unclear how BRCA1/2 testing is offered in many parts of the country. And we need to collect better data on this to help us determine the key issues. It is likely that we will find differences between centers as funding streams for testing vary from region to region, as do referral pathways. This is something that we need to address at the national level to ensure consistent and equitable access to testing, no matter where a woman lives." Adam Rosenthal, consultant gynecologist at University College Hospital, said, "We know that testing women who are at higher risk of carrying a BRCA gene mutation makes sense both in terms of being potentially life-saving for her family members, enabling them to make risk-reducing decisions about their own health, but critically it also gives a woman with ovarian cancer treatment choices and potentially better outcomes." The Eve Appeal is calling for urgent action to address these gaps by engaging relevant individuals and groups in conversations to ensure BRCA testing is implemented effectively across England. Athena Lamnisos, chief executive of the Eve Appeal, said, "Medical research is vital in discovering advances in treatment and testing that can potentially save lives. Our study provides powerful evidence that women in identifiable high-risk groups are not being offered genetic testing. It's not often that scientific advances save both lives and money. It's frustrating that these findings have been translated into guidance that is not being routinely applied. We would advise all women diagnosed with non-mucinous high-grade ovarian cancer who have not been offered genetic testing to ask if they can be provided with the relevant information or counseling to decide if they wish to request a test. This will allow women to make informed decisions and address any impact on wider family. Making important decisions about potential risk-reducing surgery will allow women to massively reduce their risk of developing cancer in the future. It can double your risk of cancer, but nearly a third admit to doing this in the shower." Watch more videos at video.5la.net.